It would be a joyous night in Ghost Town. Every member of the posse felt particularly agile that night. It sounds like a build-up to an orgy. A terrible, terrible orgy. Hello, I'm Damien. This is Hard West, and if you are sitting comfortably, then we'll begin. Ghost Town was destroyed. The Undertaker had to leave and find a way to lift the curse that doomed those around him. Did the world just get darker? Ghost Town, the city, was a cabinet of horrors. The streets strewn with the bloody bodies of townsfolk killed by the diabolical cult, who were then killed by the Undertaker, who then buried all the bodies. It took the Undertaker and Harrington an entire day burying the dead, carrying corpses through the blood-spattered streets, working for free. The Undertaker couldn't shake the notion that all this was his fault, especially the ones that he killed. He told Harrington as much, relating the story of his continued misfortunes, but omitting the devil's trickery. Harrington was skeptical of the curse, but suggested that visiting Empus the Hermit might help the Undertaker find peace. Winds of Time. The day consisted of 4 parts: dawn, morning, midday, and afternoon. You can explore one location during each part of the day. Traveling to a new location will change the time of day. Alright, so I guess that's our new mechanic for this new game board section in this scenario. We've received the Queen of Clubs. The Hermit's Hut has become available. I'm guessing it's the one with the shoes. So let's start walking. A thin column of acrid smoke rose from the shabby hut, home of Empus the Hermit. They found him alone, as hermits often are, muttering under his breath to no one. The Undertaker told the story of his curse and how it had plagued him. The Hermit remained silent a long time after the Undertaker finished his tale of woe. Finally, he spoke. The curse was powerful, he said. Empus would not be able to lift it alone, and he needed time to learn more about it. 2 days of study should suffice. Fair enough. I now need to wait 2 days before returning to the Hermit, so I guess my job is to buy a lot of tobacco and sit around smoking. The tobacco from Brian Cole's plantation was famous for its moldy look and intense aroma. Alright, there's a mysterious moneylender here. Interesting. I like mystery. Let's look into it. The mysterious moneylender refused to lend anymore. He said the Undertaker had enough to survive. Okay, so that was absolutely nothing. Let's trade. We need to buy at least 12 tobacco bags at the plantation. That's pretty cheap. I'm going to buy all 15. Let's tobacco it up. Cocoa leaves improves movement. Mandrake powder restores luck over time. Vitality elixir. Okay. Confirm. Trade. Cha-ching. We're good to go. The town has become available, and now we need to sell the tobacco in town. Alright, apparently it's just walking us through every single step of the way. Fall Town. The town was a loose collection of decrepit plank houses. Fall Town locals were a rare and sorrowful sight. Again, with the mysterious moneylender, so that's just going to be an option everywhere I go, where I can say, hey, can I borrow some money? And he goes mysteriously, no. Where's my tobacco? 25. What did it cost me? Like 13 each or something? I'm gonna make 375 bucks. All right. Excellent. That was fun. Now I need to go to the saloon in town and hire a gunman. I guess I need to stay here then. Hire a gunman. All the local scoundrels, bandits, and lunatics hung out in the saloon. It was the ideal place to look for a new posse member. So I can hire Fleischer, a tough fighter, but a weak shot. or Johnson, a fast but fragile fighter. I'm going to guess when it says a tough fighter, it means that he's got a lot of HP. But his aim is not so good. So let's take a guy who's a better shot, because I only have enough money for one. Here's Johnson. He looks half dead already. Look at those eyes. Johnson was a sad man who remembered slavery all too well. During these turbulent times, life had forced him to train his reflexes while luck had allowed him to survive. But you're not going to find much of that luck around here. Okay, I now have 175 bucks. I need to return to Ghost Town and retrieve Harrington's food, because I left my food at home in the Ghost Town. That makes sense. What else is there? Ooh, something sparkly. Oh, that's just the water reflection. Okay, there's a whole lot of nothing revealed other than the Ghost Town anyway, so let's go back there. Oswald took some food from his abandoned house. Who's Oswald? Oh, Harrington. Ha, yeah. Why don't you just keep referring to him by different names? That's not confusing at all. They were ready to continue their journey. I've already forgotten Father's name, now that I think about it. He was called Father, and then he was called Undertaker, but he briefly took a different name, Benjamin something, I think, that they mentioned once and then never again. What's the point? Hard times. You need to eat every day. A character needs one food portion to remain healthy. 2 portions will make him more energetic. If a character skips a meal, he will be hungry. Denying him food on the second and following days will cause them to become very weak. Starved characters require 2 food portions to restore their strength. Alright. That's a lot of information. Basically, denying him food on the second and following days will cause them to become very weak. So, then they'll need at least 2 portions. I don't know if that's a bad thing to deny them some food. It kind of sounds like maybe you want to skip their food until right before they're about to fight. The Undertaker sat among the graves of his dead friends and enemies. His prayer wasn't religious, more a gloomy reflection on his past and present actions. Okay, I can do that. Communicate with the dead. That sounds okay. Ooh, carpentry. He imagined the shapes of an eagle, a coyote, a bear, and a vulture. Each of these animals symbolized something different. But I need supplies, and I have no supplies. I need wood, 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 or wood. I will have to go somewhere and find that wood. So let's sit down to a grim prayer. The Undertaker sat among the graves of his dead friends and enemies. Wait, I just said that. The Undertaker was consumed with the idea of offering entertainment for those on the other side. It was hard to say whether it was Undertaker or the spirits truly desired an offering of 6 tobacco bags, 8 liquor, and 9 opium pipes. All right. So now we're going to have a dead man's party, apparently, with some tobacco, liquor, and opium. It sounds like a hell of a party. That's probably with that one, but I didn't have those items on me. So somebody remember that. 6 tobacco, 8 liquor, 9 opium. We're going to come by and... Oh, apparently we're making a camp. I was going to just try and get some more tobacco. The day is nearing its end and you set up camp. It is time to distribute the meals. You have 15 food portions. Who eats? All right, I am at that point where hungry, 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 hungry. You know what? Let's test it. Undertaker's gonna eat because he is we, and that is the best thing to do. Everybody else is gonna go hungry for today. Tomorrow, I will feed them and see if they get back to normal, because if so, everything's gonna be okay. And I mean, we need to wait 2 days before talking to the hermit anyway, so let's get some sleep, shall we? Another day has arrived, no rest for the wicked. All right, he does have, oh, it's only $3 for tobacco, and it sells for way more. He's only got 3 doses of opium. That's all right, let's buy all of that tobacco. We're gonna make some money here. Ginseng, improved sight. I don't care. Gonna buy a bunch of liquor and a bunch of opium. We don't have enough of either of those things to have that party with the dead. Confirm. I'm only spending 195 bucks to get all this stuff. That's a hell of a deal. Hopefully this tobacco still hopefully this tobacco still sells well in town. Wait, I didn't want to. There. Now we're good. And we've got nothing else. Ooh, there's a gin mill and a caravan. And a gunsmith. And a ghost town. Oh no, we knew about that one. In a town! That's where I'm going to try and sell my stuff. So first, we're going to go to town to make a sale. Hey, they got some booze too. Do they have opium? They do have opium! Beautiful! Where's my tobacco? Oh, apparently it's only going to sell for 5. But today, doesn't sell for nearly as much. That's a bit of a bummer. And I can't remember. Oh, I want to keep some tobacco, don't I? Shoot. Oh, wait. How much tobacco was it? Like 8? Here, we're going to go with 10 because I can't remember the exact number. We're going to sell. We're going to keep 10. Oh, what the hell. This is not working out in my favor. That's not a great rifle. Only 4 damage. Anywho, where'd my tobacco go? Okay. So we're selling 20 tobacco. We want a little bit of opium. And we want a little bit of booze. How much each of those things do we have? We're gonna get 3. I needed 9 of one. I think it was 8 liquor and 9 of the opium, but I'm not 100% sure, so I'm just gonna get up to 9 of each one and pay more attention next time. I say that, but I'm not gonna pay more attention. Look, I don't even know how much opium I have. That's how much attention I'm not paying. I got 10 doses, and I want 6, I guess, because we're gonna do the same thing, go up to 9. Okay. That's now worth 120 bucks, which means that I am actually paying for the privilege of doing this shitty trade that just didn't work out this time. There we go. Cha-ching! So now I got enough for that. I had almost no money, which makes trading kinda useless. I bet you liquor's cheaper at the gin mill. Probably should have checked there first. Didn't check there first. Go in there now. The distillery produced strong whiskey that tasted like wet dog and burned like poison. Their motto was, Ma MacArthur's whiskey. A real man can take 6 shots and keep on firing. Hey, that's a pretty good motto. Hey there. Whiskey is $3. The tobacco's 10. Alright. So that was fun. Let's go see what they got at the caravan. The Undertaker visited the caravan. A loosely knit group of people who never stayed in one place for long. This was either because they were always looking for new sources of revenue, or because the locals would tire of their scams and inflated prices. For all their faults, however, they had the best supply of liquor, tobacco, and opium within 100 miles. Huh. Liquor, $10. Tobacco, $10. Remy Borgian rifle. I could buy that. Probably don't need to. Going over to the gunsmith. Coleman's gun shop. Maybe not the best guns from Tennessee to California, but the deadliest ones around here. And harmonica gun. That plays a musical tune while you're shooting it. Downside is it sounds like a harmonica. Elephant rifle. That's one of my favorites, but I cannot afford it at the moment. Hello, the musket. Does 8 damage. Now I understand the one shot, but really, is the musket that strong a weapon compared to the rest of them? And a sawed-off cobra, 6 damage, 2 shots. Close range though. Okay, so blah blah blah. Time for that dead man's party. Let's go party. Okay. Those guys are starving. Undertaker is merely hungry. Oh, and because it's time to camp, I don't get my dead man's party necessarily. So we're gonna eat. Oswald's gonna eat. Nope, it does keep dropping. He just gets down to hungry. Damn it. The way that it was phrased, I was under the impression that it was only after the second day that you started having to worry about it. But now we're all satiated. Days remaining. I think we're gonna go see the hermit the next day. I don't know if we should eat again for that bonus. So we're not going to. Quick decision making. That's what I'm all about. Here we go. I still don't have any wood. I'm gonna guess I get some later. Let's do the Grim Prayer thing. And then, where is it? Ah, the Undertaker wanted to make an offering. But what did the Undertaker expect in return? The power of the spirits could affect the posse in a variety of ways. I could pray for precision, protection, or speed. And I'm guessing this is aim, defense, and movement. Now, I like to have movement. Keeps me moving fast. Let's do that one. Speed. The air felt lighter. It seemed the dead were grateful. There's probably a joke in there somewhere, but fuck the Grateful Dead. It would be a joyous night in Ghost Town. Every member of the posse felt particularly agile that night. It sounds like a build-up to an orgy. A terrible, terrible orgy. The Undertaker, Harrington, and Johnson. All right, we're going over to the Hermit's hut. We're going to see what he has to say. The group met a wandering salesman going by the name of Russ Mantia, though everyone called him the Russian. His wares consisted of so many oddities and luxuries it made one wonder about their former owners and whether they were still alive. Probably not. Let's see, food portion. I didn't think to look at other places to see whether they even had these. It's the first time I've noticed it anyways. Well, it would probably be a good idea to get some more of these. Hey, there's those bales of wood. I could carve something. Just what it says on the tin. Doses of opium, stun bombs. Stun bombs? Kind of like a flashbang kind of thing, I guess. Alright. I am interested in several of these things. I don't have the cash for them, so I'm going to add them anyways. And I am going to figure it out after. $108. Now I spend all my cash. Actually, cancel that. There's my food portions, my liquor. I don't think I need that anymore, but it couldn't hurt to keep these things around. Bloodberry, what's that do? Improves luck and defense. Whatever. Cocoa leaves greatly improves movement. Having coffee, I guess. Mandrake powder restores luck over time. That could be useful. Not that. Oh, I should have looked at my weapons, shouldn't I have? So I'm assuming these are the weapons that I have equipped. Deadly Derringer. Oh, that's a shitty gun. Yeah, I'm gonna need that other gun then. Yeah, I'm gonna keep Harrington with that gun. I'm gonna need the other scoped custom rifle, but this Derringer is crap. Is it worth anything? It's worth $60. Why is it worth more than this? What's special about it? Hold on. Damage. Oh, one shot. What a pain. Damage 4, ammunition 1. Damage 3, ammunition 2. Allows 2 shots per turn. Oh, so its damage is actually 6. Alright, so it's not that terrible then. Okay, never mind. We're not going to get rid of those guns. What do we have to get rid of? 72. Immediate luck boost. But that'll be exactly how much I need. Or I'll just get rid of 2 of these. There we go. Let me just equip things real quick. Ace of clubs, jinx. Your shots don't replenish enemy luck, plus nearby enemies lose luck over time. So his ability that I thought was cool is actually just a card that he had. That's disappointing. A thin column of acrid smoke. Oh wait, I already read that. The hermit turned his milky eyes towards the Undertaker. He mentioned 3 individuals that could help. The first was the old seamstress, a voodoo priestess who lived somewhere in the swamps. The second was Red Coyote, an Indian shaman. He was a fretful man, but strong in the traditions of his ancestors. He lived to the west, at the foot of the mountains. The last, but not least, was Reverend Ashmore, who no one had seen for some time. Empus said the Undertaker should seek out Jingle Tommy, the proprietor of the opium smoking room, for more information. That sounds like a fun guy. Alright, man, this is long. I just want to shoot some people now. Learn about Reverend Ashmore in the opium den and pay a visit to Red Coyote. Alright. The group met a... Oh, I already met that guy. The party arrived in front of an Indian teepee decorated with large skulls. A burly Indian man, covered in scars, sat in the middle of the tent, the floor beneath him stained dark red. Red Coyote neither smiled nor greeted them. It took the posse a few minutes to realize he was blind, despite the intense way he stared at them. The Undertaker explained that he wanted to change his fate and lift the curse. Red Coyote cut him off, jumping to his feet and grabbing the gravedigger by the throat. He seemed outraged that they had arrived without tribute. The posse gathered that they could assuage this tribute by providing 10 ginseng roots. Well, fair enough. I am broke, so let's go to the opium den and see what we got over there. The opium den was a rare business which could increase profits while displaying the omnipresent misery of its customers. The room was filled with beggars, cowboys, and foreigners of all kinds. A Chinese man was dozing off behind a table opposite the entrance. It could only be Jingle Tommy. Jingle Tommy smiled without opening his eyes and spoke in a lilting near whisper. The Reverend was supposed to arrive in the railroad station a few days ago. Jingle Tommy had found something to occupy him while he waited. I can find the Reverend west of the railroad station. Oh look, there's new locations. There's a hideout, there's a railroad station, and there's an abandoned wagon. Alright, so west of the railroad station is either of these places. Why would I want to go to the railroad station? Or, alternatively, let's go to the railroad station. The Iron Globetrotter station building was deserted, but a small hut with a mortar and pestle sign stood nearby. A notice on the wall said a merchant train called Protection was due to arrive in the morning. I can either wait for a while or go to the medic's house. Let's go see what the medic has to say. The shabby house was inhabited by the local medic, a dirty, sleepy man who didn't socialize much and showered less. Apparently, most people were too poor to afford healing, but he refused to work for free. That was pointless. Alright, we are all going to eat again. This is getting a little dull. I would like to just fight some people. Now I can find him west of the railroad station, apparently. Beautiful. Let's go to the abandoned wagon. The group found a damaged wagon. After investigating, Harrington determined it had come from the west, but had been intercepted by people coming from the north. The people then took one person from the wagon and rode back where they came from. The wagon held several interesting items. But the weather was deteriorating by the minute. A vicious sandstorm looked to be brewing. I can try to collect everything despite the incoming sandstorm, or grab the immediately available items and run from the sandstorm. Now, as Warren, we played kind of recklessly and, deal with the devilly, but poor father here, the Undertaker, has learned from mistakes and will try to be a little more cautious and good and redeem himself. So we're just going to grab the available items and not be too risky. The posse collected several trinkets and then retreated out of harm's way. I got a card, 15 bucks, some booze, and let's go see what's in the hideout. The tracks led them to 2 ruined buildings on a hill overlooking a river. Inhuman laughter and howling emanated from the compound. Harrington scouted ahead, returning to report that the compound was inhabited by men following the orders of an insane cultist they called the Mad King. Ashmore was here, though dead or alive was anyone's guess. Finally, some combat. We approached to infiltrate the compound.